echo starters across the room. Trembling noises that come too soon. Special moon.
Det er din storebror. Jeg vil godt lige have fat i det.
So I received this book from my producer, Birgitte Hall at EnFilme, and I read the first 100 pages, and I didn't like it. She said, keep on reading, and I kept reading, and I felt deeply in love with it. This is a film with a very small budget, obviously. So we knew that we had to be very simple. We had to do this in a very direct, very honest way without too many manners, because we can't afford that. We had to know exactly what to do because we had no time. It was, 3 different scenes a day in 3 different locations, and with transports and stuff, it leaves us with a couple of hours per scene. We had this system of surrounding the main actor with our people with permits. So we had 3 or 4 extras surrounding, just walking around our main character, and then the rest in the background out of focus was never paid for.
I was on this small project in Scotland, and suddenly I get this phone call that Thomas Vinterberg wants to see me in Denmark, and as I said, I haven't done a feature before, and I kind of thought that must be a mistake. I remember the first day of rushes, I was crying. This was my first feature film, and they were very dull and very dark and very flat and very. And I think you were almost crying too, but you were trying to pat my shoulder saying this is going to be alright. You were always very aware that the ending, or that hope was something that had to be felt in this movie. And we spoke a lot about the church being the light space and the space under the sheet. So those 2 churches in a way kind of connected.
I agree this is a dark tale. It starts very dark and it goes down from there. But I think at the end, I think Nick, the main character, reaches the surface somehow. With a movie like this, you can do 2 things. You can try to make it accessible, romantic, cross-cutting, a lot of strings, or you can try to make a very direct and as honest as possible statement, knowing that it'll be a bit more brutal, and that's what we decided to do.
He called me and said he had this book that he had read that he wanted to make a film of, and that he thought about me for one of these, for the part of Nick. So that's how it started. Yeah, he's a great director to work with. You feel very loved and appreciated and in good hands. We had rehearsals for, I think it was about a month. But I mean, it wasn't me all the time. He also had like the other brother and the kid, and so. But it went on for a month, kind of like the whole. We had to like get to know each other, of course, but I wouldn't call it a challenge. No, I thought it was a great cooperation. Well, this was part of the arrangement and the research, because there was this place where people who were in prison were on their way out, and it was like in a program which is about to make them come back into society again. And they were great to meet because they had a lot of similarities to the environment and the character. And this was very giving for the whole building up this character. It's always you think you know a certain kind of group of people. We see everything now on TV and stuff. You have an idea mostly, but it's always different when you meet them. And so it was really great. They were very generous. I did that by myself. He helped out production helped out to kind of arrange it and to find a place. We talked about what would be good to go and where to do like the research and stuff. And we found this place. And so he was, when we were working, it was like in the rehearsals for the film. So, but it was just interesting. He said he felt a huge difference from when I came back from being with these guys. I have noticed myself. So it was great. I hope it is. I get the feeling that it is from the response I had from people who have either are in this environment or have worked in this environment. They have been. They told us that it was the most authentic portrait of these people they had ever seen. So that was a huge compliment. We talked a little bit about it, but
You're a Christian, right? Well, your family is.
I'm an atheist, but my society is Christian.
You have a Christian name.
Yeah, I know. We almost all do, even though we're all atheists.
Yeah.
But our religion, our country is Protestant Lutheran.
Mm.
So in that sense, we're Christian. Our society is Christian, based on Christianity. We talked a little bit about it, but not very much, because that's so much in the metaphorical part of the story that it's not something we dug into too much. We knew it's there.
Oh.
It's also a Greek myth in a way.
In what way?
Well, like the classical Greek dramas, you have very much that people's limbs are cut off, and it has this. It loans a little bit from everything, which I think is really nice when it's this kind of film that it mixes like very traditional ways of telling stories with like the new and modern way. I think this one of the reasons is that it works.